The iPhone SE 2, or the second generation as they call it, was sometime released last week and the internet went into a frenzy. Now you look at one thing, you look at one hand, you have the new iPhone and you have $400. In my lifetime, I don't think I would ever see those two things in the same sentence, but it's true and it's real. And I'm pretty sure by now a lot of you have seen different YouTubers review the phone and give you pros and cons or why you shouldn't buy the $400 iPhone. So which begs the question, who did Apple make this phone for? Who is the iPhone SE for? Well, my name is KJOS, and today from a practical standpoint, we'll be looking at 5 reasons why you should get the iPhone SE. So let's get it. As usual, right before we get into this, I'm on my way to 1,000 subscribers. If you guys can help me get there in great time, I'll be so grateful. So consider subscribing to the channel and hit the notification button so you can get notified when I drop videos like this every week. So let's get this party started. So a lot of people feel like the iPhone SE and the old iPhone 8 are more or less the same phone. While they are right, they are also wrong at the same time, because the iPhone SE has the A13 Bionic chip that the iPhone 11 Pro and the 11 have currently. Right, so that brings improvements to the camera itself. So say you're an upcoming YouTuber for one and you've seen so much YouTube content, you've seen the production value of established YouTubers already, you see so the cameras, the lights and whatnot, and you obviously want to emulate that. So you fork out heavy amount of money to buy these things when that shouldn't be the case, right? Now, the iPhone SE again costs $400 and shoots at 4K at 60 frames per second. I don't think you can get that on any $400 phone. So as upcoming YouTubers or upcoming content creators, I feel like the iPhone SE is a great substitute for buying a $1,000, $2,000 camera. But don't get me wrong, if you can afford those cameras and afford those lights, just go ahead. Now, Apple won't confirm or deny if the single 12 megapixel camera at the back is the same as the iPhone 8 or the iPhone 11 or just a few parts put together into one. Now, the iPhone originally has the best video camera in any smartphone market, hands down, no contest, and the iPhone SE is no exception. Shooting 4K video at 60 frames per second with a price point of $400, you can't get that deal anywhere. Now, the Pixel 3a is a close second because of its still shots, but for the iPhone SE, it takes the cake with arguably the best video stabilizer. So if you want to start creating content and don't have a lot of money or you're on a budget, you should really consider getting the iPhone SE. Now, the Apple ecosystem is something most people have said so many times, and some people actually don't know what it is, but in short term, it's just a way for Apple to draw people to buy more of its products due to its software integration. So for one, it starts from an iPhone, then it starts with, or continues with a Mac, then continues with AirPods, the Apple Watch, the Apple HomePod. You just keep buying things from them that puts you in this little dome that you cannot get out of. Now, right now, I'm saying it right now, you can ask all your friends or anybody that is using Apple products, ask them if they want to move to an Android device, and they will all say the same thing: I can't get out of the Apple ecosystem, or I'm used to the Apple ecosystem. Now, that aside, let's just assume that you have $1,000 to buy the iPhone 11 Pro, and you also want to buy AirPods and an Apple Watch, but obviously you can't afford everything, you can only afford one thing. Now, the iPhone SE has come out for $400, now you can eat your cake and have it too. Also, thanks to Fisaya for this illustration, which I fully agree with. The iPhone SE is $400, and with that, you're getting a premium iPhone with a killer price. Now, say you love music, but you don't have great earphones or headphones, the AirPods are there, which I'll say is still one of the best things Apple has created, and that goes for $159. You get those two things, but you love working out, but you don't want to get a Fitbit. You already love the synergy between the iPhone and the AirPods, so you get the Apple Watch, preferably the Apple Watch Series 3, which goes off at a discounted price of $199. So in total, that's $757, which is a great spread of your money. Now, for a bonus, you can even add a few more dollars and buy the Apple HomePod if you're into loudspeakers. Here in Nigeria, the dominant market currently are Android phones, and that's due to the fact that most people can't really afford the flagship phones. Not everybody can afford $1,000 phones every year. So what they do is they go for the mid-range Android phones. But one thing is very constant: if they could buy an iPhone, they would definitely buy an iPhone. Now, I know a few Android users that don't like iPhones for one reason or another, but low-key want to try one based on just the hype itself. Now, they can do that with the iPhone SE. But, you know, they're not getting the 11 or the 11 Pro with the notch and awesome display, however infamous or famous it is. But they're getting a phone that is on par with the 11 Pro and a camera that is better than most mid-range phones. And you can't really get anything better than that. Maybe the Pixel 4a in terms of camera, and that is out pretty soon. Honestly, the iPhone SE are for people that want to experience what Apple is about without actually spending so much money, especially at these trying times. I remember when we all hated big and tall phones, Back then, if you got one, everybody just said, why don't you just get a tablet or an iPad? And also remember, Samsung were one of the first people to actually boldly give it a step forward with the Note series, which kind of had mixed reviews. Well, it's April 2020 and we have phones that are 6.9 inches. Now that's really, really tall. Personally, I'm not the biggest fan when it comes to big or tall phones, especially in my pockets, but there's a market for it, and there's also a market for people that just want to go back to the basics and have the traditional 4.7 inches. And the iPhone SE speaks to those set of people. Weighing at 148 grams, it fits right into your pockets without having a big bulge, and the fingers can reach each corner of the phone with ease. For my last point, it's an iPhone. Now, hate it or love it, the iPhone is the most popular phone brand in the entire world, and they are here to stay and they're not going anywhere. And with that, they've more or less created a brand that screams exclusivity. It's why a lot of people are in front of their stores when a new iPhone comes out to get their hands on it and show their friends. Now, with the iPhone SE, the Apple have created a phone that caters to a wide range of the target audience. They created a phone for people that want the Apple experience without spending too much. They created a phone for Android users that want to go into the Apple ecosystem without spending a lot of money. They've created a phone that has 4 to 5 years of software experience, and that is something most mid-range phones will not give you. So that's my take on the iPhone SE. What do you guys think about it? Do you guys think it's worth it, or do you want to wait for the Pixel 4a to come out? Now comment below and let me know. Now if you like this video, clicking the like button is the best way to help me out. And if you're new here, you should please consider subscribing, as I release videos like this on a weekly basis, and the best way to see them is through a subscription. Thanks for watching. My name is KJOS, and I'll catch you guys on the next one where we talk all things tech.